Well, hello and welcome to episode 35, a little bit extra. We're here really in a midweek of the massive double game week of 36. Lots changed. It's very interesting. It's halfway point. I thought I'd make a few comments on where we are. It's really a game week of two halves. Seriously, we've a massive 45 minutes just gone, loads of games played, lots of shakers and movers. The general opinion on the FPL universe out there is there a lot of people are gutted with the likes of Mount on the bench and Jota not starting on the bench. Loads of people. Chelsea conceding the 2 goals against Wolves at the end, last 15 minutes, ruining clean sheets all over the place. Spurs, the party poopers, over in Anfield there, the 1-1 last night, decimating people with GAA and Robinson. So lots of people not starting, people like Diaz coming off at halftime with a reoccurrence of his injury. Mina now is a doubt for the Everton double game week in 37. So will Keane come in? And that's a massive consideration for people who want clean sheets. He's not had the greatest of seasons, and he is good at scoring OGs. So look, he could have played for Ireland, young Keane, for Everton, but he chose England. So it's not the only one with Grealish and Declan Rice out there, folks. So we're getting used to it now, a bit of our own medicine, I suppose, for the last 30 years. Since I've been growing up, it was always the other way. But now Irish lads want to be playing for England, and that's just another rant and a ramble. So that's not what I'm here for today. It's just hopefully maybe 30, 35 minutes, a breakdown where we are, who's been winning, who's been losing. But I expect there will be a bit of a reverse. A lot of, Liverpool had the tough game against Spurs there, and they'll be hoping to get back flying against Aston Villa away, I think, which they have next. And Chelsea will probably have another reverse. Lots of teams will be reversing, so we'll see that later. Just share the screen. I'm going to go talking a bit about this other package. I'm not sponsored at all. I've got feckin' no subscribers in a way, very little. I need to have something like about 5,000 subscribers before I can even do a live podcast, and I can start using amazing tools, because this Zoom is very limited and what you can do for the background effects. It's not even worth trying. It's very poor. So it is what it is, and that's what I want to do for next season, is to get this thing more pro. And really happy, another episode done, and hopefully I'll have 38 episodes done, a little bit extra, and it is needed just to give everybody a breakdown. And what I've done my transfers for game week 37 already. I'm not waiting for prices to go up, and I've got such a good bench that even if I lose somebody in the next few games that are going to be played up till Thursday, I'm not going to be too worried, really. It's just the look of the draw. But yeah, anyway, so game week 37, it will be held on Sunday, and game week 38 is on Sunday as well. So we have a bit of time. I think 5th to 15th. Get your 15th is the deadline for 37, and then 38. So the 22nd of May will be all done and dusted, folks. I plan just to have another one episode here, 2 episodes there. I always do, and then maybe a review, and get some of our top dog guys on if they'll appear. Some will be excited. They'll have won the Christy Nicholson. Some will be excited for other reasons. And I'm also thinking about this cup competition, the Christy Nicholson Cup, which was added this season. A little trophy for that, I suppose. No prize money, but just something to remember the season by is really all people ask for. Money is just easy spent. The trophies stay. The trophy cabinet. Yeah, so a little bit of Ukrainian influence here. Shakhtar Donetsk top. Really good. I've seen them several times in Ukraine. Mainly in Lviv, where they were playing because of the war. The war hasn't been just going on like the last 2.5 months now. It's been going on more like 5, 6, 7 years, ever since Revolution Square, a New Maiden. So really, it's no surprise. The Shakhtar Donetsk were playing all the European games and league stuff over in Lviv, which is something like about 600 or 700 miles away west, if not more, probably more. So yeah, that's just a little bit of rant done. So I just want to, yeah, this is the FPL. Yeah, FPL top dogs. It's pretty easy to get into it, guys. Just gonna ask people to. There's no harm subscribing, to get my numbers up. To get to that 1,000 or 5,000, so that I can live stream and do our own stuff. And you can't get into the Christy Nicholson unless you know one of our guys already. So it's person of person contact here. It can't be just anybody. It have to be recommended in, and everyone should be happy with the recommendation. So it's invitational only, and I don't plan to have I do plan to have a lot of hurlers and footballers in from all over. I think that's great publicity for the league. Sure, so it's good stuff. You can just tick the notifications. It's easy enough. Mute. That's so yeah, you just go in here. Loads of episodes done here. I mixed up with other people. Yeah, don't know, but at least I have. So that's the profile. Vince Wega 171074. This is the page 106. I know who got that subscriber. It was a guy from work. So come on, I need more. Just do it. I suppose 1,000 is the next. I can go about other ways of doing it, promoting on other blogs that I watch with Tottenham and for a few other people, and they'll do me a favor. I'll get the numbers up at least a bit. But it's a local league, so there won't be a massive amount of importance, because I do focus on the Christy Nicholson league and our trophies in the top dogs umbrella universe. But my hope one day is to get this thing like a branch, FPL top dogs Ballyhaunis, FPL top dogs Galway, FPL top dogs Dublin, and affiliated, all of us affiliated. It's, I don't know to what end, but who knows? We all know where it started. We started it. So there you go. Just subscribe, do what you can, and let's get into the nitty gritty. Game, right? Generally very happy. Well, not up for me. A 60 is phenomenal, but it could have been so much more. Obviously, Chalaba, he did well. He got that clean sheet for me in the previous game week. He didn't start the other day. It's no surprise. And he didn't start for the double game week. But this was good because in game week 35, with Madison and Chalaba not playing, game week 35 not playing, and Madison, I had a load that came off the bench, including Veltman. So like it swings and roundabouts really sometimes. He's only a cheap 4.7, and he could play for that Leeds game. It's very possible, maybe Tuchel will want to mix it up. And now with Alonso now, possibly with a bit of a spat, being subbed at halftime, that can be all, made up, by Saturday or whenever. We don't know the massive, this is all hit and miss now with Alonso. James, it's not been worth getting James in. He's been a big disappointment. Loads of games he's not played. So obviously, Chalaba, that's what's going to happen. Madison, the hip injury, it's all a mystery with Madison. No idea. But yeah, Rafinha, obviously the sending off. It all went Pete Tong over at Arsenal. Luke Ayling went bananas with a 2-footer challenge, lost the head. Rafinha's got booked. It was Annus Horribilis over in the Emirates. But they squeaked over. Arsenal did. They smashed Leeds to hell. That's what a lot of teams like Liverpool wanted to smash Spurs early on, get the early goal, 1-2-3, and it's over at halftime. Arsenal did a similar thing. They should have had 3 or 4. Martinelli, it could have been a lot easier than it was. And Nketiah has been the big star. I was looking at Nketiah, but I was never going to get him in because, I could he's a striker. He's taken that position. I want Tony for the last game week. I think he's playing Norwich at home, or is it? No, it's not Norwich. Is it Watford? No, yeah, I'm happy enough for that Leeds. That was my thinking of keeping Tony. I'm just thinking I knew I'd have a good game week 36. 37's all about the doubles that we have with Villa, Everton, and these dudes. Not so much Leicester now. We don't know where Leicester are at. They're not scoring enough goals. They're conceding from every corner and free kick that they possibly can. Right. So that's, yeah, game week 37. Just wanted to look at that. So yeah, you have these Everton, Villa. Chelsea aren't Dublin, I know that. But it looks like they are. Leicester, so Leicester, Burnley, Palace, and Everton, and Villa. These 5 are the ones that we're all looking at. I've made my moves already for game week 37 because I just had enough in the bank to get the 2 dudes, and I just don't want a price rise. I don't want to be priced out because it irk the hell out of me. So I'm taking a chance. Okay, these fixtures still have to be played. There's a lot can go wrong. I mean, the game week 36 has to be finished, and a lot can go wrong. I know it's a bit of a chance, but you know, I believe all works out for a reason. And sometimes the best reason is to stop yourself from, you know, just leave it alone sometimes. And that's what people just can't seem to do sometimes, is to stop overthinking it. So yeah, TA, not too bad. Wasn't too massively hurt with the Liverpool Spurs result there. Got the captaincy right with Son. He didn't manage to get into the bonus points. He only had a few shots, and it just one was on target. So it appeared he didn't do an awful lot, and couldn't get over that 1 or 2 percentage points. So I just better share this screen here. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, Foster, Chalobah. So that was Chalobah there. That's the team. Happy enough with Cancelo. Loads of people had them captain there. Stephen Stretford leader, well, second at the moment, and Christy, Nicholson, and Adrian Starman Phillips also captained them. Everyone was captains. Salah, Son, Cancelo are massive differentials this week. So yeah, that's why I'm keeping Tony anyway for that Leeds home game. I'm going to keep Richarlison, obviously. Got Everton away for game 36, 38 at the Emirates. So I'm not so sure about playing my Everton dudes. There's Rafinha there. He just got the, you know, as I said before, Veltman on the bench. My absolute hero. He's part of the Wegerman Wolfpack. Veltman, he is in the club. And what was he saying? He was saying, what sort of advice would he give Ten Hag coming in, because he's Dutch and he's a former Ajax player. Brighton getting them for 900,000. They got Veltman, and Cucurella was on, and the not so much Cucurella. I think the guy that scored against United in the 4-0, Casadio. He was on United books. I mean, like, United were looking at this guy, but they're saying that United just want these high-profile signature dudes. And look at Brighton; they've built an amazing team. And even Danny Welbeck coming on should have scored. He was clean through. It was a massacre. The only guy coming out with any credit was Dalot, possibly. Pogba, absolutely. You know, well, that's the end of Pogba. It has to be. I think United need a new team and a new ethic, and maybe DeBake will get Ronnie DeBake will get a chance now under his fellow Dutchman, and yeah, they just United need some steel, so they're not even a consideration for anything. They've only got 1 game left, and that's away to Palace, and you know who in God's name will put any United assets in there. I think they're blanking in this game week. Yeah, so they just have the Palace away. So okay, they've got a couple of game weeks to prepare for that one, so they might be all right. But it's definitely, yeah, less said about them, the better at the minute. So yeah, Mihalenko, okay, what a stunning goal from the left foot outside the box. And just absolutely a joy to see that. Yeah, that's a 60. There's still a lot of potential. I've got a lot of outs left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 possible outs. Okay, Madison mightn't start. That's possible, but Rafinha might start, but I'm not so sure. They need to get points. Leeds look like they were going to go down if they don't sharpen up eventually. After all those years trying to get up and they go down second time, second season syndrome, and that's no joke. Chalobah probably will. I think I fancy him to start though. Just the Tuchel might want to shake it up at the back, especially if he's still out of favour with Alonso. So that's I'm hoping and praying that he can come on and do something. But then again, Leeds could Chelsea, or I don't know where or what with Chelsea, and Lukaku coming on for those 2 goals. I heard a rumor. Well, actually, in the post rumor, the pre-match meeting there for Tuchel mentioned something about Lukaku, and some people, comments were saying Lukaku would start, but nobody wants to hear that. They just want to hear Havertz starting or Werner starting. So that would have been a massive call. But to change and shake up your team just for Lukaku for 1 game, is it worth it? So at this time this season, I'm not looking to do any hits. I have no hits in mind whatsoever. I've not been looking at any hits whatsoever. I'm trying to minimize even transfers. I know I've done two this game week, but loads of green arrows and the hits here. I haven't took a hit, a -8 since 30. So I've been very conscious of not taking hits now. It's time to sharpen up. I think I was mainly taking hits there around then because of the chip situations. I had the free hit you. Yeah. It's all for a number of reasons. 3, 4, 4, 3, 5. Small. These are only small red arrows, just keeping me in the game. Just so that when I struck 75 points, massive win there. So you jumped. So I'm happy. 157,000 at the moment, with more to come. I think I'm something like about 32 points off the top 100k. So I'll take that. All chips used now. And I haven't finished anything outside 310,000 of slowly, so it's pretty consistent, but I definitely want to get into that. I want to break that 100 if I can, the 100k. So yeah, let's have a quick look at how everybody else is doing. FPL live. Christy Nicholson pub, fancy league here in Ballyhaunis town. Okay, last year's winner, Joey Commando Neenan, 79th in the world. Loads of outs left. He's got out Mateta, which is fair enough. As I said, he's got rid of Foden for Saka, and Saka's blanked frustration. Foden, who knows with the pep roulette. Can I have blue number 17 and blue number 32 and blue number 5? Unlucky, sir. Blue number 7, Sterling starts. Oh, he started last week. Yeah, the pep roulette is a disaster, and I think people have been managing to do okay without the Sterlings. I know he hit 2 goals there. They've got 5 goals, but they spread them about, and De Bruyne only got an assist. So to wreck up and destroy your team just for that. Now, of course, they've got Wolves next now, I think, City. Or is it? I think, yeah, it's either that or Wolves away. Yeah, Wolves away. So there shouldn't be much rotation for City, because they're out of all the cups now, and there's going to be no Diaz, we don't think. Nathan Ake is still a little bit away. Kyle Walker's out for the season. So it's going to be Laporte's going to be a fix and stick. Great goal now again. So the City spread their goals around all over their team, and it's hard to get on something right. And if you had Sterling for the last 10 game weeks, you'd be pulling your hair out, and 2 goals is just no saving grace or no consolation or solace, because you'd be way down. See, this is the problem with FPL. You got to be on it all the time, and that's what I love about the thing. That's what I do. Foden. So that's a frustration for Joey. He's only 2 points ahead of Stret. He's played all his chips now, so that's it. He's on his own. Stret's been on his own now for the last 4 or 5 game weeks. He's been winging it, and he's doing a great job. He's still got a lot of outs, but Joey's got more because Joey's got a bench boost and he has everybody doubling. Everyone here is doubling this week. So he's got the maximum of the maximum. Okay, Foden, he came on as a sub and he scored in the 90th minute. So he'll surely will start against Wolves, and that could be massive. So it's probably work out to be the best decision, because Saka going away up to Newcastle is still tricky enough, although Newcastle have no Shar and Willock. They could be just, they're safe. So it's hard to know. It's maybe last home game of the season for the Geordies, and they want to have a good send-off. They're not as bad as that 5-0 suggests against Man City. There's no way about that. So I think what could be happening at Newcastle is people now realize that they mightn't be part of the setup for next season. And also Sam Maximum has been a bit frustrated with his colleagues, that saying things like, if these guys just could finish my assists and all this and that, it's no way to go down. So they could be ripe anyway for Arsenal to go up there and do a 3-0 job. And they're in pole position, Arsenal now, 4 points ahead of Spurs, and Spurs have it all to do now. The next leg 2 of the double game week 36 at the Tottenham Hotspur football stadium. Can you imagine? I can't even say White Hart Lane. Oh, White Hart Lane. Right, so yeah, Joey's fine, textbook stuff. Schmeichel now is looking to be not the best, but he's got Watford next, I think. So he could get the clean sheet there, but I think it's nearly turned out to be a mistake, Kevin. I think obviously now Pickford was the dude. Anyone who's on Pickford now, they're laughing. Mount didn't start, so that's a frustration for Joey. But he's on the right dudes. Richarlison, Watkins, that's what you need. Cash will come in now for him. Gordon will come in. Pookie will be on the bench for 7. So his team is looking solid. It got a lot of Chelsea in there now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 or 7, he might do another transfer, and gets maybe 7 or 8, take a -4, and he's fairly handy. So yeah, nothing too bad for Joey, but he's going textbook here. Stephen Stretford, 2 points behind. He's got less outs than Joey, obviously. This Cancelo has been the saving grace, really. A big disappointment with Spurs scoring there. Affects up things there for him. Kane's blanked. No Son. Son is the one that's probably killing him a bit here. Laporte, great save. Look at the 2 City there. They're the ones to probably have now. White didn't play. That's a frustration. So he will have stuff coming off the bench. It looks like Weghorst will be coming on. So all this is probably integrated. I have the with the live auto subs in. So I presume 43 is where he is at the minute. So Maddison will have to hold out. Obviously, we don't know if White will play against City, so maybe these live substitutions won't come in until we're dead certain that White's not playing over in Newcastle. He could be out for the season. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But Maddison don't trust at all now, and its next game is, I think, Chelsea. So, or was it? It's not Chelsea. I think that's the other double game week. Yeah. So see now, Leicester, Norwich at home. So Norwich, well, I said about Norwich the better as well. So there should be something in it. So that's what I'm kind of hoping. I've got Maddison myself. I've got Schmeichel as well. So I'm hoping something will come there, and then I'm off Maddison, and I'm happy enough because he's got Villa, I think at home, and Chelsea away. So I'm not too sure about Leicester assets at this stage. The less you have, the better, probably. And probably Mikalenko, Coleman, or Gordon and Richardson. That's the way to go. And maybe with Villa, Cash, Digne, Coutinho now. Not sure he'll start. Looks like Buendia is the dude now, but will he start till the end? Is doing well. Watkins and then Ings. You could have Watkins and Ings and one of the defenders, or two of the defenders, or either or Watkins and Ings. So it's really straightforward game week. For me, it's straightforward. Game week 37, I'll have about 6 doublers, in this game week 37. I'm just going to go with it. If I take a minus, it will be for massive reasons, and I'm all set up really. Everything, got all my Spurs in there, got Trent something in there. Still, I'm going to go without Salah for the end of the season, but I am thinking about Jota or somebody, or maybe if I can squeeze in Diaz or something outside the box to get me out of this hole. But who do I sacrifice out of Spurs? Get rid of Kane, and he could haul against Norwich. It could be 6, it could be 5, it could be, look, it could lose 1-0. I don't know, but who do you take out? And then Villa, will they be able to put in a show? All the big teams, all the top 6 have absolutely humdingers. Look at that Chelsea. Would be nice to have James in there for that, but we just don't know. All I know is all the Spurs will play their match against Norwich, and then the rest we have no idea. We don't know what state Liverpool will be in. They'll have a Champions League final. It's reasonable. I think it's a week or 2 away. It shouldn't affect them too much. And Chelsea, we don't know where they are. Don't think Watford will put up much of a show. Roy Hodgson's retiring at the end of the season, and that's it. So maybe they'll try and put something up for him and try the hardest it's possible. Arsenal against Everton. Everton might need a point. We don't know yet. And Brentford Leeds. These are feisty games. Very interesting. So that's game week 38. We'll know more ahead of the game. So I suppose there's no point looking at too much with the tables. Just that Joy's 2 points behind. Conor Hussey, he's got rid of Kane for Jesus, but Jesus came off and he's just got 2 points, I think, for going to Conor third. There's not much between. He's lost a touch of ground there, 16 points, but it can turn. But he hasn't as many outs as Joy, so he needs a bit of luck, a bit like Stret, that Joy will hit a few duds. But Jesus, that didn't quite pay off. I'd still like to have Kane, but he obviously wanted to get rid of. So he probably had to do something to facilitate that Laporte move. So Laporte, that was a very good move, and that's proper hurling. Although he's a footballer, that's proper soloing. That's a good solo now. That is to get Laporte in there. That's what FPL is about. That's thinking on your feet. Gordon is wise thinking for game week 37. Good move. It's not sideways. You get double. Ramsey's doing nothing. And Joy, obviously, still yet to see. Well, he won't get the Foden points, but maybe Richarlison, he has to get Richarlison from where to protect his mini league position. Lovely stuff from Adrian Phillips here, our star man. Again, he's gone with Ramsey and Gordon like stretch. Are they holidaying or no? I think they're playing the Sligo Hurlers. I didn't hear how they got on, but Holgate again, like myself with Mihalenko here. I just got rid of that Tarkovsky after that own goal. See, it's all gut with me. It's gut. Got rid of Tarkovsky. I'm not going to have him against Tottenham when I got 3 Spurs. That's a dead player. We kind of have to think about, do you want a dead player playing when you've got 3 dudes against that team? So that was just a bit of forward thinking. Mihalenko, bang, he gets the goal. So I got about 13 outs. You take one away from 30, 29, 13 outs. It could be anything. I'm hoping that Chalobah will start. I'm hoping Madison will come in for at least 30 minutes. He might put one off his shin or bum. I don't care. Or he mightn't play until the last game. We don't know. Vardy's back, so there might be no rush. Barnes is in there, but he's doing nothing. So Rodgers could be out if he loses all them games and there's no hope with Leicester. He'll have to go somewhere else. His options are running out. I think he's brought Leicester as far as he can, to be honest with you. That's how I feel about it. He's done a great job with them and won stuff for them. Well done. But so this is good stuff again. Lovely hurling now, this time from the Starman. He's got Holgate and myself. So me and the Starman, we are really thinking on our feet, the two of us. I just love it. Tarkovsky out, Mihalenko. That's what FPL is about. boys and girls. Getting in the right, and we're getting in the right good dudes at the right time. Gordon's a great guy to get in. You'll get a bit of value out of him for the price, and he's facilitated a few things. It's a shame about Mount, and then that clean sheet, which is a bummer against Tottenham for him. Not overdone in Spurs. Son is a liability, but at this stage, it's the loss of Messi now to get Son in, and you have to get rid of someone else. And there's no KDB there, but so many liabilities in midfield this season, and not many of Nketiah, but I think a few have further down. So yeah, that's good stuff. Well done there. The alternative pick, Cancelo. A lot more to come, and there's lots of more to come from myself and Starman. It's a great bench boost overall. Make some good decisions, and hopefully Mount will come on and play for Starman. Later, you get full value. Pookie, I've never had any inclination getting Pookie in. Well done with Cody there as well. He's done well. Cody is all the rage. He's a Scouser, and I think he'd be playing City next, and he'll want to be doing something for his Liverpool friends. And Gerrard will be Villa, but he's got a say in the playing Liverpool as well. Aston Villa play Liverpool, so I don't know. It could backfire, that one. Yeah, these little signs is in regard to me. This could have really hurted me, but it didn't compared to my teams. I don't see any ghosts. I don't know about the star. Don't know. That's where we are, and we're quite a bit down. We are chasing, the two of us are chasing the top three. I'm 38, 40, 56, a healthy 56 down on the I was going to say the guru, Guinness guru, the Hussmiester, which is quite a lot to make up for this time. I need to get something massive back. It's possible, you never know, and Starman's a bit better place for that third place. So Conor might be, he's in a tricky situation, looking down to looking up. It's which way do you look? And before you're looking that way, it's me and Starman that are going to catch him. If he's looking the other way, then the other dudes will pull away. It's just it's a sticker twist situation. If it's a 5-horse race, that one and third is looking, which am I going to go now, or keep with the pace? Yeah, Kieran Kiley, what a player all season. He's honest. De Bruyne got an assist. Look, Kane done no damage so far. Saka, and that's a good move for himself. No chips. Just a quick eye test. Not too bad. Havertz now should be coming back again. Mateta, so overrated. Brownhill, make weight. Yeah, it's very exposed to Son, that team. Yeah, I think he's got Nketiah in. Yeah, the great guns, Fergal, great guns, Walsh. He's got Nketiah in there. Of course he would. He's an Arsenal. Great facilitator player there. Diaz, big differential. 225. I am not 225. He can with a burst. He can get back something to me. But it's a good job I have a bench boost to try and cover something of what he's doing, because that. Luis Diaz was astounding there last night. And look, will he get the Southampton game so close after the FA Cup final with Chelsea? It's only 3 or 4 days. I think it's 3 days after the cup final, I think. So that Southampton game, will there be risk of rotation? So Jota, everybody will be figuring, will Jota start or Diaz start? I think Diaz will have to start. Well, somebody's going to have to be left out of that team. And poor old Firmino as well. Not looking. Laporte, great. So some great moves there. No subs. He's probably going to roll now for game week 37. He'll get a few more Villa in there. So that's fine with Fergal. He's on the prowl. Sean Gilday, great move to get Pickford in. He's got rid of 3. Well, Sanchez got a clean sheet, so not so much as a kind of sideways move. Pickford will do well. He's took a -8, and Kane and Carlson are okay. It's, he's probably just trying to mix it up and get something going and get De Bruyne in, and hopefully something clicks, especially the other night. Pookie in there, Saka, Blanken, Deer. Alonso off have a bit of a frustration, a bit of a mixed bag there for Sniper, but he's still in the game. He's holding that top 10 fairly handy enough now this year to be an improvement on his 11th. And good luck to Shawnee. Oracle does not want to be here. He was 4th last year. No, 5th last year. I was 6th. David McNamara was 4th in the Christy Nick. So he's done Tony Frings, great move. He's getting already in line. But I'm going to keep Tony anyway. It's just all gut with me. A lot of it is just gut. Chalaba, yeah, okay. So a little bit on the bench. If Chalaba doesn't play, there's nothing. Briar has just been oh gosh, Briar. That was a trap. The Briar trap. The Briar trap. The Briar trap. You don't want to be in the Briars. Yeah, so it's a funny one there for Mark. And Dave Mack, 4th last year, won the Kirkclap Memorial. Terrible year, not so great for him. And that's his team. So that's all the correct. So what happened anyway? So that was my team. So what the next stage of this video is let's go to the FPL review. I only came across this now, this FPL review. And I don't use it at all. I'm not subscribed to it. I'm not paid to broadcast anything about this. And I just want to show people I'm aware that this stuff exists and carries on. And this is what loads of people are doing. Now, I don't do any of this. I'll tell you how I pick my team and what I do. And it's nothing to do with subscribing to scouts or, I do watch videos and podcasts of people and running ideas and all, that's fine. But I don't use any of these professional toolkits. Like in this, what you got to do is you got to register, and then you get premium, whatever that is. You go in, and I'm sure it's a paid sort of setup thing. And here you get all your stats and your expected goals and who could start. And it's just handy if some of you guys want to do something. So what's the story? Choose your plan monthly. You get access to the data, ad-free experience, okay, downloadable, support development, new features, okay. But if you go in that annual 20, you get lots more, whatever. So this is like a paid thing. And I don't know if any of you guys, whoever watches this, is aware of all these packages. I'm not, but listen to one of the podcasts. They said, oh, I put my team, into a predictor. And what in God's name are people on about predicting? So free model. So I'm going to get a prediction for what my team for game week 37 and 38 will be by just using your code. And I think this is absolutely lunacy. And this is how crazy the whole thing has gone with FPL. This is how it's gone way over the top. It's like nearly worse than American sports betting and statistics. And it's absolutely insane. And I'm sure these are the sort of things that they use in American sports, baseball predictors, and they got their own American football predictor stuff, fantasy league, of course. I'd entered it one year, just somebody begged me to, from America. Yeah, good friend of mine. So yeah, in game week 37, this team that I just played for this game week, which I'm on 60 points. That's my team. Veltman, Chalaba. It's probably predicting I put these dudes on the bench for game week 37. Do I have any? So this automatically indicates that I should have these doublers in and captain Richarlison. So I've got all my double game dudes in, and the dudes here, Rafinha against the I think Chelsea at home. Yeah, excuse me. So it's all done automatically. And it's saying I'll get about 75 points next week. Now, that's not bad, but it's double game week. I don't want to have that. I want more, but we'll see how it works out. And the cumulatively, go to game week 38. That's what I was predicting I should do. I should put all the Everton dudes and that Chelsea dude on the bench, Chalobah and Captain Kane, and I should get about 60 points. It says 60.4. So that's the sort of stuff you can do, and you can do this for free on this FPL review. Yeah, if you know what, I don't see any benefit because it's all hearsay. It really is, and this is what people are at. It's predicting Richarlison will get a yellow in game week 37. They're predicting Kane will as well in game week 38. I don't know how it does that. Don't know what that was. Son is there. Maybe that's a goal. He'll score or something. I don't know. Maybe that a clean sheet. I'm sure those colors mean something. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, there's more data. What they have all the players that you could get in and what they expect. 7.8. They expect Zaha to get in the double game week about an assist maybe between both games. But I think it's all hearsay and moot. But a load of people out there, they are more like robots. They're analytical. They love data. They're ruled by data. They can't make a decision. They need help to make decisions. They have very little direction or able to build a personality and a roadmap yourself. So they allow a computer experts or an algorithm or some sort of professional scouting system to just make their moves for them. And I just don't think you'll ever win FPL like that. I think you've got to add the emotion of the players involved, the circumstance of their family or the traveling, or like Bergkamp just never flew anywhere. It was all by train. It's all this stuff can't be predicted. Random events, COVID, the whole lot. There's no way I will allow a computer or any algorithm to dictate. I'm a manager and I want to be responsible for what I put on the pitch, not some sort of computer. So people will do this and they'll love it. And very little, I blame the computer, I blame Andy from FPL, Let's Talk. I blame Vince, the guru from Top Dogs. I blame him, and there's all the blames everywhere. There's no these people never accept the blame for themselves, which is you can spot them a mile away as well, any walk of life. So it's the told you so people. You should have done that. Backbenchers. So they love this sort of stuff. The expected goals, the statistic I despise the most. Like Son has had like 5 shots and scored 4 goals, and over how many games? He's lowest shots, and he's on the statistics. He's terrible for this and that. But so what? He's clinical. And you got the likes of Salah, 13 shots and about 1 or 2 goals, a bit like Kane. It's no good. Only like 6 on target, 13 shots, and like 1 or 2, I think maybe 2 goals, if that. So I don't trust statistics. I go by Gus, like when I got a Mikolenko and things like that. When I keeping Veltman, getting in Martinelli in game week 18 when I did the free hit. I don't know, something caught me. He scored before in game week 17 or 16, and I said I'll get him in for Leeds away, because at the time Leeds were conceding like a petty. So these are the sort of things that computers don't predict that stuff. We do. So I'm an artist, and I'm an FPL artist. I'm a freelance impressionist. I do my own impressions, and I'm definitely not one of them robots. So this is what they're at. These are what the people are at. There's something else you can do, a transfer suggester, which is an absolute, come on, transfer force include suggest. Yes, suggest for game week 37 now. Optimizing. So this, people will love this, and they'll just leave it to the computer. That's what that, and it's just a job done. If you said page, wait. Okay, well, it was going to kind of bring me up. Here you go. So yeah, this is it. Oh, so you have to click onto that and you bring the arrow down like that. Right, Chalobah, Alonso. So it's saying I can afford these moves. So I can see some people will like it. You know, this might be interesting enough, but Chalobah and Kulusevski, I can get rid of both of them, and I can get in Alonso and Gordon. Now I'm not going to do that because I know about Alonso and I don't trust that he'll start. So that's a no. This is already screwed up already. I'm not going to do that, but we don't want to give you that. Chris Tarrant. Chalobah, Alonso, Rafinha for Gordon. Are you joking me? I'm keeping Rafinha for. So the problem with this is that I want Rafinha for the last game of the season. You know, I think Brentford, but you know, I fancy Rafinha to do something. Although I'm not a big fan of him, I just never found a way to just. He kept clicking away with bits and pieces, but yeah, I'm happy enough not to go without Gordon. I've got two Everton, and that's enough, and Alonso. So it's not really working out very. They're mad to get me on Alonso, as you can see. Veltman is not going. No, not on your Nelly. So this will probably go on and on and on and on for sorts of predictions. Alonso, I see Gordon, Zaha, okay. Kulusevski. I don't want to get rid of him because of Norwich at the last game of the season. Don't get a Rafinha, as I said. So nothing here is working. Really, James. So it decreases. They expect to. If I do this move, I get 7.2 extra points. Chalobah to Digne and Kulusevski to Gordon. I don't think so. Digne, Gordon. This is probably going to go on forever. It probably won't get to the actual two subs I did. Digne, Gordon. Digne, Gordon. Now, this is getting interesting. Okay. Okay. It's not going to really. But this gives an idea what the hell the whole thing's about. So that's all free anyway. I don't think I'll have any inclination really to use it. As I can see, there is, you know, playing the game like that to me is like you just got a coloring book, and yellow is number 1, orange is 2, blue is number 3, red is number 4, black is 5. It's rubbish. It's not what humanity is meant to be about. Yeah, I'm going to do first of all. Yeah, I do always check into any sudden price changes. The reason I got in those two guys, 0 money in the bank now. So Cresswell's down. Was in big time. So Michael Gordon is all the rage now. He's 4.8, I think, or something. So mainly people going down, and Ketty's gone up. Okay, Phil Foden's gone up. Fair enough. Nothing. So sports more. I love this thing. I have a 2 minutes to kick off or something, and I want to know quick. It's Haaland, so he looks like he's going to go to Man City, which of course that's the natural place where Roy Keane ended his career eventually. With that tackle, Liverpool. What does it say about this match? You can actually hear what he said to see and puts another dent in his former club and whatever it was. I don't think they'll do anything there. Bernie, we are at the game. Space is a review of the game. The interesting bit. Philip Jacobs Ramsey missed Huss. Have no problems. Okay, no one's going to have. So he's out. Ex Liverpool man Philip to the bench because of Wendina. He might just give Coutinho a start. I fancy that. For Firmino, no injured concerns for the FA Cup. Naby Keita, Konate was given a nod for Tottenham, but now May really good. I've been using this sports more for the whole season, getting a quick, and I see that, and I kind of really well. I'll go with that. Just maybe them two to counter whatever Salah does, and get in game week 38, losing a lot of rank if you can get done. Manny might start instead of Diaz, and vice versa. Cash Constantino should get in there. So they're saying Coutinho, and I'm really basic. I go with the flow. I go with vibe. I go with form. I watch the games. I see someone scoring a couple of goals. Like I got Richarlison in a month ago because of the international break. He kicked in 2 tap-ins for Brazil. I'm straight in after that, and ever since it's been one way ticket to ride. That's how it takes all the fun of it. And if I want to win one day or do very well in FPL overall, I want to do it my way. I don't want to be using any other thing, scalp, whatever. Pay. Don't need. It's just a simple enough game. 15 players. It is as simple as you can make it. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to highlight there. This extra episode. I think I'm up against the sniper in the cup. So that will be tricky enough. Yeah, this is the king of the travelers. So where are we now at the moment? I'm beating Dazza Duffy, but I'm way over. Main thing, Conor Hussey is a bit of a tussle with James Crane. He needs to win that one. Just depends what Kieran Kiley's doing there. Kieran is got the best. It's beating Stephen Kearney, so there's still all to play for, and the standings, we're only halfway through. Conor Hussey has pulled through, so he obviously won the last day, 81-81. It's a real straight shootout between the two of them. That's some two of them, hurling and footballing, gas stars. So they'll fight it out for that one. Standing, yeah, it was very, very close. Um, 35. So something happened. I just bet the average. Conor Hussey just bet William Nestor. Kiley lost to James Crane. So that's how Conor's back in the game. And Conor's got Kiley. So James Crane from Boyle Sports in Ballyhaunis. He's really hitting the grounds like flying now. Finally, his team is starting to click. He's destroyed Kieran Kiley there in game week 35 last, and now 36 ahead, and Conor's ahead of him because he's got more points in overall, and that's going to be a sickener. What in God's name? How has that been working with James? Nothing on the bench there. It's really one of them random teams. But good luck to him. A little bit of a scalp there, taking out. It's made a difference in the King of the Travers. And there's another cup thing going on here. Yeah, so I'm only 15 points up on the sniper. This is the quarterfinal stage, quarterfinals. So it's a little bit touchy, with Sean and the gang. I don't know who else is left in here. No idea. Is Snowman still in it? No, he's out. Shane Cullity, he could be still in it, but I don't know his team. PCT Kings. Is he still in it? He is, Sean Cullity is still in it. But Jerry Freely, so it's Jerry Freely, Sean Cullity, me and Sniper. There's two other Jerry Freely. So Owen is out. Christy was taken. Shane Cullity, Jerry. So that's going to be a tight one. So Jerry Freely might end up winning something. Who else? What do you think? Maybe Toffee Crush is still in this. No, he's been taken out. The Oracle. No, he's been taken out. By Kilbride, Killers 11. The Killers 11. Yeah, Killer is in the bloody quarterfinals, folks. He's in the third quarterfinal, but he's losing out to James E. Lyons. So James E. Lyons, Sean Cullity, myself, and Sniper. Who's the other one? I wonder, is this Sebastian still in it? Oh, he just got beaten. So Jack Coyne bet him. So Jack Coyne's have it. Abit. He took out my mate Dave Martin from across the road. So that's it. So it's me, Sniper, Jack Coyne. He's not taking him out. My mate is still in it, 45, 42 halfway. So that's generally who's in it. The Killer is still in it. Oh, this is interesting, The Killer could win a trophy here. He needs to overhaul James Lyons there, which James is a star. He could end up getting a bit of a trophy here. Bench boost, James Lyons, Chelsea fan. Lot of outs. Has he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not well, okay, 11 outs, but captain and mount is a disaster. He'll be devastated with that. Okay, so it could, oh, I think he should get over the 100 anyway. But yeah, killer. Let's have a look at killers. Has he any hope? Has he any hope? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 outs. Snare's not going to play. Is that a bench? No, it's no bench. So he's only got what we see. So he's got a hope. Salah does a cricket score here. Don't think your man is James's son. Laporte. So it's looking very tricky to get that 100. He'll have to hope for a hattie there. Salah hattie there. Because I don't think James's son. Oh, he has. Ah, well, there you go. Mount will play against Leeds. He's got Salah. Yeah, I think he's fairly handy. And Nketiah is destroyed. Killer in that one. So could be Shane Cullity, James, Lyons, myself, or Sniper. And Jack Coyne or Dave Martin. Yeah. So what's it was? Yeah, Jack Coyne. Oh, it doesn't look like he's been 16 from Benrahma. Trossard on the bench, 17. Oh my God, 45. Tsimikas, unfortunately, will probably play against Villa. Oh my God, he's unlucky. Trossard on the bench is devastating. That's the only hope, is the Tsimikas won't start ahead of Robinson on the left. Oh, will Robinson be rested? It's very likely he'll be rested, Robinson. But Diaz has started, but now he got the assist and he's off. Devastating, that 17 on the bench for poor old, Jackie Coyner. Can still get him. There's still 100 in there. Wow, he got nothing. It might be. Oh no, it's not 100 in there. No. 1,726 points. That's not good. 42. So there's a lot more with Dave Martin's team here. He should comfortably get past Jackie there, I would say. Hainado, a 3, a Kaharaku, a Shea, an Octanija, and that's all I can do. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 outs. So Dave Martin on it, and he's looking good for the semi-finals. So that's the latest round. There'll be a little cup for that. Well, I think the video is long enough now. Thank you if you're still watching till the end. It's a little bit more content. We've got more games. Game next Sunday. Nothing tonight. It's a Monday. Tuesday, Villa and Liverpool and all the merry-go-round starts again. Oh, obviously, pick team. This is my team. Thanks for holding on till the end. If you did, you're a trooper. Got the English flag. It doesn't sit right, but I'm here in England too long now. So this is my team for game week 37. Let's just get it down a bit so I can fit in the dudes. Yeah, sure, Michael. Yeah. Obviously, don't have any free hit or anything like that, so I've been slowly getting my troops in. And for whatever reason, it might be a blessing in disguise. You don't know. Schmeichel could save a penalty against Chelsea, but at the moment, it's all about Jordan Pickford or even Pope. We don't, but Schmeichel doesn't seem to be all the rage, but at least he should start both games. Mikalenko, great move, got him in. Keys, I'm staying. He'll be playing. I have a dilemma about Cancelo and TAA on the bench, but I can't drop either of these double game. I got Digne and I got Zaha. Digne and Zaha in there. And yeah, Digne and Zaha. So I got rid of Chalobah and Madison. Madison will come on and play that Watford game. At least I think it's Watford. He'll play that. If he comes back. If he doesn't, then I know it's been a good move. Get rid. Can't trust anybody. That's if they're not starting an FPL or there's no word or there's no information or reliable. information coming from the manager to give us a good indication of what's going on with Maddison, then he's basically dead in regard to FPL points, and get rid, ghost. So whatever happens, I don't give him. I don't give a flying baloney. Zaha's in, more confident. I think when I look at transfers, I compare what I'm doing and what I'm getting in and out. And for me, Chalobah, he's due to play the next Chelsea game. Since that clean sheet, he might come back for Leeds, but it could be he just could be a home bird that's only playing home games for Chelsea. So I'm worried about that. Does he have the experience to go away and do something? But there seems to be these young guns that are being played mainly at home. Whatever's happened to Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi, I just don't know. They're falling off the radar with this tool. So there you go. Zaha and Digne in, and I think Digne is a good move. People have been burned with him before, but he's creative. I feel better being on him than Mings or Cash. It was 50-50 call with Cash, okay, but it's just there's no difference in the money. They're 5 points and 0 money on the bank. I was just able to get Chalobah and Maddison out just to get so I just a bit fearful of Zaha just gone up in price. Is 6.8, but I would have been frustrated. Now, if one of these guys or whoever gets injured, I have no problem playing Veltman. And it's basically a horse that keeps winning. He loses 1 out of 10, or maybe 2 out of 10, and then you want to go back and complain about that. The horse owes you nothing. Veltman owes me nothing, and that's the way you should look at it. He owes me nothing. He's a legend, mate. He's going up on my wall. I'm going to get that wall done, folks. Veltman, Suarez, absolute with that teeth, Suarez, that absolute legend, Veltman. And I'll think a bit harder. I'm thinking about Martinelli, but I need to think a bit harder about others that made a massive difference in my seasons. Sterling made a massive difference in my season when I won it. I got him into, because I was watching Han Solo, Fitzmaurice, what he was doing. He won it for me there, cancelled everything. But no, I don't think I will. Veltman, defo. But Andy from Let's Talk, he has one guy he puts up every season, and he's not even sure why he put. He thinks Rafinha if he gets a hattie, but I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Carlson, captain. I'm really happy with this stuff. I got Burnley, lots of home games, and I'm pretty well set up for 37. This is 37, but I'm really very well set up for 37. Look, I think Brentford have got Leeds, haven't they, the last game? Yeah, so Brentford at home, so I'd put in, Tony in there for Carlson away to Arsenal. Not so sure. Brighton are fine. They've got West Ham at home. He could be a contender to play. Fair enough. Cancelo in last game of the season. Yeah, Villa. So I have no problem playing any of these dudes, and I probably would rest Mikalenko and Richarlison against for the last. So there's nothing for me to really do. Nothing. It's just basically ride it out. That's all that's going to go on there. This final captain this season will be tricky. Probably Son. I'll just leave it in Son, but I fancy Kane to get a massive haul. I'm sure he will, but I think if Son is anywhere near Salah's on 22 goals, Son's got his 20th goal against Liverpool. If he's anywhere near Salah, and Salah's not, he's been rested a bit, or something's happened, they might give penalties to Son. So I expect Kane to be very aware, because they might as well let Son win the second thing if he can, which would be an amazing personal accomplishment, at least. Personal accolades come to Tottenham players, but except the trophies. I just noticed something. It's a little bit similar to Veltman, my jersey. I think I'm going to make mine into a Brighton jersey, folks, in honor of Veltman. What a legend for me. 4.2, folks, 4.2, and he still hasn't risen in price. He's been going down all season. Poor lad. Look at the bloody numbers, like it's absolutely crazy. Okay, yeah, it was 675. Okay, went off the radar there. International break wise, 6-2-2-2 2-2-2 2-2-2-2 7 in game week 25, and I think around 30 game week 30 he didn't have one. I think I got him in around 31. I explained in the last episode, but ever since I got him in doing my transfer in game week 30, I think I might have done my wild card or whatever, threw him in as bench fodder, and ever since it's 7-2-6-1-1-6-6-6. No, it might be 6 next, but you know what I mean. It's done well. Come off the bench, and I'm going to take that. A bit like Livermento at the start of the season, absolutely killing it, and people Simicast for the first 3 or 4 games of the season. He started instead of Robinson. Robinson was injured. The Simicast now he's 3.7 for anyone doing a free hit. So I'm happy enough. People doing the free hit that I've seen online, most of them have that were Carlson, Zaha, loads of the Son in there, Digne, loads will keep TA in there. And after that, then, you know, De Bruyne is seen in a lot of them. Obviously, I don't have any Watkins or Ings, which is a liability. That's scary, but loads of people don't have Kane. So that might, I don't know if it'll cancel out, but look, I think I've covered maybe 50 to 60% of those free hit teams anyway. And I've got a very good bench, and I'm just happy with where things are going, and I'm hoping the 60-point haul. I'm just looking at critically. Foster will get save points there. Chalobah might get a clean sheet. If he doesn't, then he's gone anyway for 37. TA could be anything, that could be more. Cancelo, anything could be more. Son could be anything. Arsenal could be more. Madison, look, who knows? Kulusevski, assist machine, dribbler machine. Saka could hit it against Newcastle. Well, you know, Saka, I don't want to do too well against Tottenham, all right, but most of us have him. So in the Christy Nick, most of the top 10. So it'd be a liability to get rid. And even Joy now has Saka back from his wild card. So the sabbatical return for Joy and Saka. Saka is reunited with the Commando. But Carlson's going to do well. More points there, and Kane, and a lovely jubbly bench there. Loads of stuff. I would be disappointed if I don't get over that 100. And at that stage, if I'm clicking in around the 110, I'm in striking range for where I want to be. I'm only 32 points off the top 100. And over the course of the season, all this, I've showed all my teams. I've done the best I can. Everybody knows. We've got a WhatsApp group. You guys can join it. You know the guys involved who are in FPL Top Dogs. Get them to add you on for next season. Next season, there'll be a lot of, as I in the last episode, I discussed a lot of what could be changed, and the bench boost could be lost to a captain twist, or it could be, I don't know, or it could be a formation change, and they could be just doing automatic updates where if your player only comes on as a cameo, you can transfer somebody off the bench who's got more, and you can negate that one or whatever it was. Or if you missed a game week, say if you missed the deadline, then there's a possibility you've got 2 transfers and you've missed the deadline, then you get an extra one. So you'll have 3 for the next game week. So that could be interesting. So if you've only got 1, then you get, if you've only got 1, if you've got 2, you'll definitely be able to roll 3 anyway. So it's just to help the players to get a bit more motivation, so people won't quit. But as I said, discussed in the last video, I don't give a flying baloney about what other, you know what I mean. If they're not in it to play it, you know what I mean, there's no easy way out. The next thing we'll have an app that'll automatically do all the moves for you, and you don't have to do anything. And you see where you are. That's the future of FPL, and that's where the likes of this FPL review and these scouts and these professional systems will eventually lead us, where the newbie, or you know, an even experienced person like myself, or just get the app and just leave it go, it's gone. And I'll concentrate on some dream team for a while. And that's the way it's going, mate. And I wouldn't mind. There's only glory for this stuff. There's nothing in it apart from a couple of free tickets and a bit of money and a bit of prestige and a trophy. But the second place guy gets nothing in this. So what's it, 226? I never really discussed the overall, but I just felt like doing something. This is the leader, 226. So 22, absolutely nowhere near 350, 226. 22. That I'm basically just over 400 points from the top dude here. Pranto, Present, Paul, Prantum, Pronto, Pranto, Pranto, Proton, Paul, whatever in God's name is that. Beano Baby, and Christopher Post and Jeff Kingington. So yeah, that's where they're at. What did this Captain Blank leading the whole show? 66. Great game week. He's done his bench boost, of course, like we're all at it. And yeah, the 541 is very prevalent. See this bench boost. This is why I do agree with Andy Furnett's talk that when you put on your first 11, try and do it that way, or so that you can get a true reflection of what you have on the bench, really. So obviously he wants to get his defenders in there. He likes them all. And he's for Carlson on the bench, which is so okay. But you know, I think that's the way he's playing it. Salah, he's still amazingly well to get 66 with a Salah blank. Imagine now Salah doing Anthem. So it's Laporte that's done that. Laporte and Nketiah that's done the show, and a bit of Salah or Cancelo. So a lot to come from him. He's got everybody. Dublin, of course, he's top in the world for a reason. Having a terrific season. I wish I was in this position. Oh my God, I'm doing this. This is a great team. I'm unlucky with Mount. So he's a City fan, and where is he based? I just don't know where that flag is from. Bangladesh, and he's a City fan, and he's top rank in the world. 42 transfers, 1.2, a load of money in the bank. So he's in a great position. Any game week history, what's his form from before? He's got all his chips done anyway, so mostly everybody's done. And this is his, are you joking me? So last year was his first season, and he had a rank of 295,000. I think he'll crack. He'll have a good goal, but that's the second season and to win the fucking thing. I am so envious. Oh, and here's me messing about all these years. Yeah, as long as this thing doesn't take over your life and you have a life outside it, which I have. 2, 6. So he's got also only, well, it's a nice 13-point lead, 20 points there. You know, and it's getting worse then. So with 2.5 game weeks left, he's got a healthy 50-point lead on the number 11. And it probably gets worse even down at number 11. So it's nearly 100. Whereas 2528, 258's the next page, okay. But you know what I mean? He's got a 100-point lead on the top 150, we'll say. So that's, you know, that's where you're at. These guys are way ahead. So there's only a few that can win this thing. All right. Well done to Preston Printing. You know, he's doing all right. Okay. Just rambling. Thanks for watching till the end, and try and subscribe. And God bless. Take care. FPL Top Dogs out.